This is D. Marie, comedian, aka the Faceless Caseworker. Now, this video right here, I'm coming on a caseworker level, right? Earlier, maybe a few minutes ago, Hassan Campbell went live, and you seem to be having a episode where he was showing videos of his mother in the hospital, but speaking on the pain that she experienced, which is very terrible, and any man with a mother will understand the pain. Hassan Campbell is a pretty popular YouTuber, fellow Bronx man. Shout out to the Bronx. He's from the projects. He's been through some traumatic stuff in his life. The same stuff that goes on in the streets that is still going on out there. Violence, abuse, drugs, mistreatment, bad parenting. It's no fault to his mom. Rest in peace to his mother. But he's online and he's definitely going through it. He's saying things that I don't think he really means. He's saying F the black community, black people, and he's just tired of black people, people mocking him, mimicking him, sending messages. Obviously, people make videos and stuff because most of the people making videos, they're just doing it for many different reasons. Some people are doing it just to start up a page. Some people are doing it because they don't really like some of the things he says. He rants, he says great stuff. In the middle, he says some things that people don't like. But regardless of the fact, whatever he says, there's always going to be something people like and some people don't. Clearly, some people are intrigued by his story. And as we know, most people, stories get popular on YouTube in any type of situation because there's a story behind a person. Like people get popular on YouTube and platforms because they have a story behind them, right? Some compelling story. His story is the whole African Mabata thing. His fight against abusers and the violence in New York, right? Which I agree, is all bad, right? I don't know the people who are threatening him. It could be trolls. But when you have stuff boiling inside of you, it's not going to go away. I was on the live, just happened to jump on it. Hassan Campbell is definitely entertaining. So I jumped on it, but I see he was going through it, so I didn't really find it funny. I was just putting a 1-800-WELL, New York City WELL. That's the therapist line, but you can call or get a therapist. So anybody out there going through stuff, Hassan Campbell, I know you're probably not going to think right, because a lot of people here don't like therapy. But I think that you need some therapy, right? You could have a therapist come to your house. If you have a wife, maybe if you don't have insurance, you can use her insurance, add it to your insurance, and you can get a therapist. You can talk about these things. You can vent. Because I don't think YouTube is the best place. YouTube, emotions on YouTube is definitely going to get you views. That video is going to go crazy. He was only in there for a few minutes, but that video is going to go bonkers, and he'll get money off of it. But it's also going to cause problems because people are going to take it and say, hey, Hassan Campbell said F black people. I've seen them do that to multiple people who have bad days, and they'll take it and make videos saying they hate black people. And, oh, you hate black people? I don't think he hates black people, right? Clearly, he's going through something, and he needs help, right? Now, shout out to 10 Toes Down. 10 Toes Down, he showed a video of him. They didn't really show the video, but I'm assuming that 10 Toes Down is one of the people that he is angry at, right? Now, I myself have made a video in the past about Hassan Campbell, and it was just like I put on my page, it's about comedy, right? I started my page as a health page about health and stuff like that because it's my background as well as comedy. But people didn't really, the people I was hoping would tune into the page, because I basically was on it for half a year, and it didn't really get the traction. It's not until I started doing the comedy and stuff like that, adding into it, that people started paying attention, and adding jokes to messages is what people like better. So I guess you got to know your target audience. But the moral of the story of this here today is that Hassan Campbell, please call New York City Wellness and get some help. because it's not going to stop. Today is a bad day for you, and I don't know what can really help. When somebody misses their moms, what can really help? A visit to the cemetery, speak to another family member. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's rough. Like, if you don't have someone to talk to, then it won't end. And I think about, he has children in his house. He has a wife. I don't know how that's affecting them. If he's not able to. A lot of times you can't really communicate things to a girlfriend or a wife or a friend, because a lot of times when you met them in certain ways. Like, we put up masks and fronts when we meet people. So sometimes the relationship is born and developed off that mask. So I don't know what capacity he met his wife. He may have known her since he's back in the day, so she may know him better than anything. But a wife is not a therapist, right? Got to get some help for the problems that we have out here. Charlemagne talks about on 105.1 for anybody who gets that service. But I think that's like a global channel now. But yeah, the man needs help. We all need help. I try to tell people going through stuff, get some help, because if you can't self-diagnose yourself and analyze yourself, then you got to figure out what it keeps triggering you. Right? We know he's a good guy, but he has problems. Those same problems is what make him popular on the internet. It's no different from, Crip Mac. It's another thing. He's popular from his dysfunctions, right? Hassan Campbell is a little bit smarter. He's popular for his story, but also he drops jewels. But in the mix of that, a lot of anger and stuff comes out from his stuff that he's been through. It goes back and forth. It's like a Tupac effect. The right, left, the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Dudes is going back and forth. It's evil. One minute I'm a shooter, which I don't like to repeat, because those things is just not good. It could lead to bad things, right? But one minute he's speaking on his past, and then the next minute he wants to be a great man. And clearly he sees at war, right? The trolls certain days bother him. Some days they don't, some days they do. But today, they're bothering him. And the great thing is the people who are following him, I don't even think they found it funny. They were all supportive, like, please, you're right. His boy Cole was in the feds for multiple years now. This man is trying to drop jewels in him, but that man may need help himself. He was in the feds. Person been in jail for years. You need help yourself, right? So it's like we're turning to people who need help themselves. If you were in prison for a long period of time, before you leave jail in New York State, if you've been in jail for 5 years, they give you a psychology test, a mental health assessment to see if you are still sane before they put you back out there. Clearly that assessment doesn't help much, because so many people get back out and end up committing all type of heinous crimes. And like I said, 1-800 New York City Wellness, or call that number, get a therapist, or call your insurance company. Look on the back. They usually have the mental health. How much it costs? It's $25 a session, $50 a session, no more than $75 a session. So all the YouTube money could definitely help, and it would not just help you, but it would help the community and your followers see that you're getting better, and they would be happy if you got better. So this is not just D. Marie, the comedian, speaking. This is the faceless caseworker talking, right? And I have helped many people. I'm not walking around here like I'm some kind of guru. I'm a caseworker. I've ran through the streets just like every other black male that lived in an urban neighborhood, and I see the stuff he's going through. And usually when a person is going through that type of stress, you end the session, you let them speak, you let them talk, you let them keep speaking and don't say anything. Let them talk and let them get it out, Hopefully that live helps him, but it didn't seem that way, as he was saying he hates Black America. And I don't think he hates, but he hates some of the traumas that the exterior, that spill out, and the behaviors that people still carry on out here, despite of all the craziness that we're going through out here. High crime rate, domestic violence, lack of jobs, I'm thinking being immoral is the biggest problem in America right now. People are just immoral. They'll just say anything and do anything. People do not care. Some of the stories that I read, videos and I watch, I'm just shocked. You know, I'm glad that YouTube exists and people are exposing some of the things out here. But at the same time, you know, as I've seen this, I'm reaching out as a caseworker and mental health worker in New York City. Hassan Campbell, please get some help. All right? We all can use some help, man. Don't feel weak or feel soft that you can go speak to someone. You may need the help. I think that it would benefit you. And that's just coming from the heart. All right? This is the D. Marie comedian, a.k.a. the Faces Case Worker. If you need help, you're going through some problems, mental health issues, call your local information line and ask for a mental health referral, or call your insurance, even if it's Medicaid, even better. Call your insurance company and ask for help. All right. This is D. Marie, comedian, aka the Faceless Case Worker. Until next time.